Hey everybody, welcome back to Reality Wine Down Unfiltered, our podcast where we talk about whatever we want, whenever we want. I'm Chase.
I'm Cassidy.
Cassidy, what are you up to on this rainy, cold evening we
I
have?
know. What is this weather? I feel like it's
I
like
don't know.
October. Like, I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm
It
not feeling it.
does. I know. I got myself a nice warm green tea. I
Ooh.
feel like I'm just really leaning in to the
Yeah, but you
cold
like
weather.
this weather. Like,
I
you like
do.
a bit of like depressing, morbid, horrible serial killer weather. And I'm
Let's
like,
be real. Let's
yeah,
just match my mood
fine.
weather.
Yeah,
I just
you're like,
play the weather to
this
match my
is
mood.
me. This is who I am. Like, okay, you were like turn up central, but you also like a little bit of a depressing moment. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
fine.
I'm a roller coaster, a
Forget the
Ramona
Ramona
coaster.
coaster. Yeah, I knew we were both going there immediately. I was like, how are you going to say roller coaster and not reference it to Ramona?
Yeah, best believe I'm already planning what scary movie I'm watching later, what blanket I'm gonna use, and can't wait to put my little toes into some furry Uggs. That's
Girl,
all I'm
I've seen those
saying.
toes and they're not little. But what is the scary movie on your agenda? I have to know.
Okay, it's actually not a scary movie, it's a scary series. There's a series on HBO that they just came out with like recently, and it's called The Head. And it's where these
You
people
would watch
are
that.
and it's not late night HBO. Okay, ma'am. It
Oh,
is.
boring.
Yeah, exactly. No softcore porn over here, Camille
Mm.
Grammer. Um, anyways, it's
That's pernicious.
about it's about these like people that are stuck in Antarctica and like the dark winter. So it goes dark for like however many months, and they all kind of fight each other, and who comes out?
Okay, how do you get stuck in Antarctica? Like, I didn't even know you
Well,
could
they're
go.
not stuck. They actually chose to be stuck there. They're like scientists, and they like volunteered their group to go
Oh,
stay there, because who wants to stay in the dark for 6 months at like negative 100 degrees? So
not
they
me.
offered to. Exactly. So that's what I plan on finishing that tonight. So I'm
And
already
it's
there.
like a actual like real series. It's not like a reality show,
Yeah, it's
obviously.
a real series. Yes, yes.
Okay,
I
okay, that's what
fancy
I assumed.
myself a fan of post-apocalyptic, or like kind of like you are in danger girl kind of things.
So like the
So
opposite of this podcast.
exactly. I turn
The
up with this
opposite.
podcast and turn down with my scary shit. Okay.
Waits for a rainy day to watch a post-apocalyptic thriller
Here
series.
you go. Cheers to that.
Amazing. And we're gonna do a hardcore 180 after hearing about this and talk about Lisa Rinna. How did we start with that and go into this?
Well, that was almost a scary movie or a
True,
scary show that
true.
the reports came out that her and her family were going to have their own reality show a la Kardashians.
I was one of the first to spread it. I saw it and I was like, I am jumping on this. Are you kidding me? It was like fully supposed to replace the Kardashians, is what the rumor swirling was. Which in
Mhm.
hindsight, like Renna probably placed the rumor herself. Like, I mean, would it
Honestly,
surprise
you're not
you?
wrong. Not at all.
But we did get reports today that it is not happening and those rumors are not true. So I think we can breathe a collective sigh of relief.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I had a nice deep moment whenever I read that rumors are false, because right whenever you posted that, I think I screenshotted and had it. I texted you. I didn't even respond
You
on the
did.
Instagram. I texted you. I was like, "Why would you do this? Why would you ruin my day? I had such a great day."
Why would you ruin Sundays are scary enough? Why would you make the Sunday even scarier by telling me that Lisa Rinna is potentially getting a show?
Exactly.
No, but yes, it's not true apparently, and I thought it was kind of funny too that like I feel like Amelia Hamlin, is it Amelia or Delilah? Which one's younger? Amelia, right?
No, Delilah's the oh, Amelia. Yes, you're right.
Whichever one's dating Scott Disick, we're gonna say
Yes,
the
that
brown
one.
haired one.
Yeah.
She like I just feel like she's always doing the most on Instagram with Scott, and she posted something like where she's like leaning back with like full on nipples showing with Scott and said, "My dream man." So I was like, okay, this is
Okay.
interesting. This is her dream man, and someone else pointed out that he does not even follow her on Instagram. Like she follows him, and he follows like 80 something people. So it's not like he just follows like one person, like his brand or something. He follows a bunch of people. So I was just like, it's a little interesting that your dream man can't even hit you with a follow
I
back.
was gonna say, get you a man out East. Oh my God. At least give you a follow back. That's how
I didn't know where you were headed with that. I was like, give us the directions, baby. Give us a man that'll point you east when you need to be pointed east.
That is the bare minimum, okay?
You were so scared you forgot how to speak.
I did. I literally
Iconic.
was like, whenever you were talking about them, I was just thinking like the real reason, or one of the reasons I thought it was true, because I was like, oh, well, Scott is dating one of the daughters. Scott would be, it wouldn't surprise me if he like
Yeah,
latched onto her for the fact that he would stay on TV, keep
right.
his like reality TV career going. So I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, this could make a lot of sense. And their relationship being featured on the show could be a selling point.
Right.
So
But you know,
all of that made
Scott,
me think it.
if he's not worried about it, he'll just start popping up on Beverly Hills. Like he'll just start having like random little moments, like going out to eat with Renna, like popping up at a ladies' lunch. Like
Mm-hmm.
Scott was like always like one of my favorite on the Kardashians when I did watch it because at least he was like funny and like I always felt
Yeah.
like he was like a bit of a I don't know. Either way, I don't want the series and we don't need more of any of
No.
them to be
I will
totally.
say I used the Kardashians were my guilty pleasure. I would say like seasons 1 to like 6.
Same, like guilt,
Like
same.
so good when they, especially when they were 30-minute episodes, they were just like quick, funny. They were just like running around like LA being wild, and they
Yeah.
were like D-list celebrities. So it was entertaining because they were just like, I don't know, they were just
Before
actually
it was like too
relatable.
scripted and like they were
Yeah.
given a plot every time of what it was going to be. Like it was fun back
Hmm.
then just to be like messy and running around the town
Yeah,
and
I liked it.
whatever. No,
But
I'm with you.
thankfully, we aren't having to experience that. We just get to
Right.
keep Lisa on Beverly Hills, where I think she should just stay, and
Agreed.
we're happy with her there.
100%.
Um, but I did want to mention, I don't know if you saw, I mean, I know you saw because we're both desperate to buy Sonia by Sonia Morgan at Walmart.
I have never wanted to go to Walmart more than I want to go to try to cop this collection. And it's not cheap. It's like $100 dresses, which like
Yeah.
isn't expensive, but it's not like
But
Walmart
like,
prices.
yeah,
I was like,
Walmart's
ooh.
like known for like obviously cheap. Like yeah, they're always like, it's $1, it's this, it's
Yeah, yeah,
find it
yeah.
here less,
Roll
find it
out
here
deals.
cheaper. There you go,
Yeah.
roll out deals. But honestly, like whenever I saw that, I was like, damn, Sonia, this is like a big break. I was like, I think it's gonna sell. And the fact that Walmart's behind you, I don't know. I feel
I
like this is a
know.
win in the Sonia by Sonia Morgan
I mean, we were
Corporation.
so happy when she got into Century 21 and then they shut down. So hopefully Walmart doesn't shut down. Sonia by Sonia Morgan's
She
win.
brings down
Brings down the
Walmart.
company.
The stocks plunge. They
Oh
close
my
down
god.
all across the country. Oh
It
my god!
completely ruins the brand because they sunk too much money into Sonia by Sonia Morgan.
If I saw that, I would be like, you know what? The power of Sonia.
I
She's
mean,
got it.
our icon. I posted something of her on her Instagram whenever she was washing her face in the bidet, which
No.
I don't know if you remember that classic scene from London, but she, yeah, was washing her face in the bidet. And someone commented and said Sonia Morgan was born to be a housewife. And I was like, you've never described it. Like, she's just the perfect housewife.
Yeah, like it's so natural. She's so like carefree and transparent and truly like if you
Delusional
have to
enough.
delusional enough, but still like you can relate to her,
Mhm.
enough. But truly, there's not a lot of people that I feel like you can watch her and you truly can see that she forgets she's on camera.
Sorry,
Like
hold
she's
on. My intern was just talking to me. You said she was relatable. Like, yeah, I have 10 interns running around my house right now.
You mean you don't
I
have
have
a
a
pickles
townhome
running
to run.
around?
I
You don't have
don't
a
have a
pickles, you don't
pickle.
live in a townhouse,
No
and you
Naomi
don't
pickles.
have two poodles running around that
I
lick
don't
you in
know.
your
She said
mouth?
like she had cats for a while and poodles. That's why there was so much shit everywhere.
Icon, relatable queen.
Icon relatable queen. But
I
yes,
think
I
she's
wish Sonia the
relatable
best in
now.
this.
She's relatable now. She's in Walmart.
Yes, yes. Next time we get our lines picked up in Walmart, I mean, it definitely makes her more accessible. Like this reminds me of like when
Okay.
weird people would do collabs with like Kmart. Does Kmart still exist?
No, but Sonia Morgan will be in there soon enough. If it is.
She's gonna bring it back. Oh my god, amazing. Well, we're very happy that Sonia is in Walmart. We hope it thrives, and I hope to get my hands on a few pieces.
I know. I feel like we're gonna be modeling it soon on our Instagram. So
100%. Catch us in our Sonia by Sonia Morgan doing
yeah.
reviews, fashion hauls.
That is a Bravo brand I support.
Amazing. Well, we thought we'd do something like a little different on this unfiltered. Usually we just talk shows and we don't play games. But I had the idea for me to come up with a fun little game called Fill in the House Line. So it's just going to
Ooh.
be Chase competing today. And we're going to see if Chase can beat Chase. Okay.
Guys, the
So
pressure.
the pressure is high. All right. I have 5 here that I'm going to give you.
Okay.
I'm going to make a bet right now and say I think that you're going to get 3. So if you
Okay.
do better than 3, then you win.
Then I win. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I like that. I like if
You
I do
got
better
this?
than a number, then I
You
win.
win. Okay. Are you ready for your first one?
I am ready.
When I called you blank, I meant that you were blank. Caroline Manzo said this.
When I called you trash, I meant you were trash. Or I called you a slut, I meant you were a slut. When I
So you're
called you
saying
a
this.
whore, I meant you're a
It's just gonna
whore.
keep going. Like, oh, okay, like that's kind of hard. It was garbage, but you said
Oh yeah. I
trash.
think trash gives me a half a point.
Half point. All right, I'm gonna give you a half a point on that one. Okay, number
And the thing
2.
is, it's like I consider it's like when I called you garbage, I meant you were garbage.
And you can like imagine it in Caroline's voice. I meant you a
Hmm.
garbage. Like you can just like see it now. You can see her yelling at Danielle. Like you can see the scene happening.
Like probably at the Brownstone, or was it at a reunion?
It was at the
I think it's at the Brownstone when
brownstone.
they're at dinner,
Yeah.
just them two, right?
Yes, because she also calls her a clown within the
Oh,
same
clown.
scene.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
are
I'm
you ready
ready.
for
I'm ready.
number
I'm ready.
2?
Yes.
Alright, I love this one so much. Okay, so it's not a housewife. It's Brianna Culberson, so Vicky's daughter. Okay, which she's basically like a housewife. Like we love her to
Yeah.
be honest.
I've
She
been
doesn't do
waiting for
anything.
her to come on OC, to be honest.
Please come save it. Okay. He told me that his blank was Girth Brooks.
Penis or dick.
He told me that his blank was Girth Brooks.
It's not his penis?
Oh.
His
I mean, it's kind of right again, his nickname.
he told me his schlong.
No, the answer is nickname. He told me
Oh,
that his nickname was Girth Brooks. He's like schlong, schlong-a-dong-a-dong. I'm like, no, I gave you the answer. Like, hold on, I got it. Just give me one more minute.
it's like, okay, I can come up with much more nicknames. I got schlong, I got dong, I got
I got schlong, I got dong, I got bong. Like, you're just like gonna go with everything. I mean, I guess it's like kind of a hard game, but I still
it's
feel
only
like
hard to me because I can't think under pressure.
okay, I don't think I'm gonna give you any point for that one. I'm sorry,
No,
Chase.
I don't deserve a point for that.
I know you're gonna get this one 100%, okay? You are blank. Jesus Jugs. Tamara Judge said it. Oh my god, you know this one. And everyone who watches Bravo that's in their car or listening to this at home is screaming the
It's
answer.
gonna kill me. You are
Blank. Jesus Jugs.
I know who it's to, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, because you know who Jesus Jugs is.
Yeah.
Psychotic. Oh my god. If you would have like said, Cassidy, you're either gonna live or die based on Chase getting this one right, I would have died. I'm dead.
It was nice knowing you. I like that you still have confidence in me after all of
I
these games.
I hate that. I hate that I still had the confidence in you.
I do appreciate the
Okay.
support. I need it in
Okay.
this trying time.
I mean, I want to say you're gonna get this one, but now I'm not so sure. I cooked, I blanked, I made it nice. It's
I
Dorinda,
cooked,
obviously.
I cleaned, I made it nice. No. I cooked. I cooked. I cleaned.
I cooked, I blanked, I made it nice. I'm gonna give you a second, like try another word instead of cleaned. Like try something else. If you get it, I'll give it to you.
Another word for clean?
No, just like another guess.
Oh, I cooked. How am I not know these?
You should know these. These are like some classic. Like I understand like
They
the
are, and I know the lines. I just don't know words.
I really when I made this, like I was showing it to Jules and I was like, "Do you think this is too easy?" And he was like, yeah, it's really easy, but I don't think it's too easy." Well, here we go.
Well, you have your answer now that we're in it.
Okay, the
Um,
answer was Okay, are you gonna take a guess?
No.
I cooked, I decorated, I made it nice because it was Dorinda's
It was her birthday.
birthday.
Is that when she puts her face in the cake? And
Yes.
she like burns her hair off?
Yes. Oh my god. Okay, are you ready for your next one?
Mm-hmm.
This one is like more difficult, so there's no chance going in. I knew no, I know she's dressed as a blank, but she's acting like a dick.
I know she's dressed as a blank, but she's acting like a dick.
Stephanie Holman said it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like replaying this scene
I'm waiting
in
for you to
my
be
head.
like
A hot
bad
dog. A hot
connection.
dog. A hot dog.
I'll give that one to you because the answer was wiener, and I think that's fair.
Okay.
I know she's dressed as a wiener. So that's all of them, Chase, but we're gonna give you one bonus.
Wait,
And
I
if you
got one
get
and a
it,
half points.
you got 1.5 points. Like I'm really, really disappointed in you, but I do love you.
Honestly, I hope everyone is yelling at me listening to this because I deserve it.
I hope everyone's screaming too. I hope everyone floods your inbox with hate. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more bonus. If you
Okay.
get it, you win the whole game.
Oh my
Okay?
god. Okay. Okay.
All right. This is not the blank. This is Morocco. Luann said it. Yeah, he's not winning. Like we know. We know.
Wait, this is not
No,
the blank. This is Morocco. This is not the blank. This is Morocco. Give me a hint.
it's a hotel.
This
Guess the hotel.
is it in New York?
Yes.
This is not the St. Regis. It's
There's a
Morocco.
movie about it.
Oh, it's not the Palace? No.
Palace. Bitch. This is not the Plaza Hotel. This is
I
Morocco.
don't even know what New York is.
I mean, you
What is
didn't live there
happening?
for like 6 years, 7 years. Oh my god.
I'm
Well,
ashamed of myself.
I really thought that I was going to give you a chance to redeem yourself against yourself,
I
but
really appreciate that you believe in me so much. You gave me a game against myself, and
the
I
positive is
still.
you played yourself and you
So
lost to yourself,
technically,
so Chase still wins.
technically, yeah, I was gonna say I still won because this current person, got 1.5 points.
And I really gave you that one because the answer was wiener, not hot dog, but we'll go with it. And I think
Honestly,
it's time for you to redeem yourself by moving on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta's episode from this week.
let's hope I remember it.
I know. He's like, wait, what are we talking about tonight? I don't remember.
It's so
Oh my
funny.
god. Okay, should we just jump into Atlanta?
Yeah, we should.
All right, perfect. Well, I mean, we picked up at the girls' dinner from
Hmm.
last week. And like, by the way, like we love a crab boil. How good does it look?
I know. I would like wanted it so bad. Like I've been thinking about it. Well, it's been one day, but I'm thinking about it for one day. It's like I literally want boiled crab
I
so
I
bad.
lost that game because I haven't stopped thinking about boiled crab all day. That's
You
all
should
that's going
have
through my brain.
asked me what they ate at dinner on the Housewives of Atlanta girls
And
trip.
you
I would have
feel
said,
confident that you would have gotten it right.
well, I would have said a full pig, and I would have
Yes.
said crab,
Yes.
and I would have said a crab cake sandwich. Girl,
Yes.
ask me food questions. I'm here for it all day.
I'm actually that has given me a major idea. I'm going to come up with a food related game next time and we're gonna see if you can win it. Now you've put it out there.
I
I'm
already have
fully
one
expecting a
question
victory.
that I could ask.
I you could ask yourself.
No, I
No,
would
I get
ask
to do
you.
we could play with each other. No, I think that's
Hmm.
fair. That is very fair. Anyways, apart from the food, Cynthia made a comment along the lines of, I think I saw what a human bladder infection looks like.
I
And I
was like, I was I was like, oh my God, I could never imagine it being referred to it like that. Like that was
yeah, I mean, we also found out
too
it was
much.
actually 20 inches is what she said at one point, I think. And I was like, okay, I get what you mean, Cynthia. I get it. I
It will be
understand.
going places you don't want it to go.
Ooh, no, ma'am. Latoya also, like, she started, I don't know, what did you think of Latoya at this dinner? Like, she was
Well,
really like all over the place.
I was gonna say, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, so she came for Drew and was saying,
Yes.
like, Drew, you're married, like, you being with Bolo and
Like, you're
like
being a hoe,
having
like,
fun, you're being a
twerking.
hoe because you're a married woman. Why
Mhm.
would you do that? That's a problem, blah, blah. And
Yes.
then 5 seconds later, she's over there saying to Kenya, Kenya, why are you ruining everybody's time by giving girls shit for having some fun and letting loose? And like,
Yes.
it's a bachelorette weekend. Why are you doing that? You can't do that. You have to decide which lane you're going to go. So if you're, and I like that she was sticking up to Kenya, but you also can't
Right.
come for Drew. So I was annoyed. I was like, you're a flip flopper.
It was, like, full on whiplash, like, I had no idea
Mm-hmm.
what was happening, and I think it's because she was, like, engaging in, like, the fun activity, and then on
Mm-hmm.
the flip side, she still wanted to be, like, loyal to Kenya in some way, so you just can't do both whenever Kenya's literally coming
You
for everyone.
can't do both. And they even have that fight later that we'll get into. And it's just
Yes,
like
for
between
sure.
Kenya and Latoya. But it's just like, yeah, it was just annoying. It's like pick a lane and
Yeah.
stand up for what's right, which in this case, okay, what's right is a little dramatic, but like what is like kind
No,
of the
but
fun of the moment? Like all the girls are
100%.
having fun, everyone's on a bachelorette weekend. Tell Kenya to shut up and have fun.
And then Kenya doubles down in her interview at that point, and she's like, clearly all the peach juice that Latoya was slurping really got to her brain, like obviously referencing back to Porsha and her like having fun
Mm-hmm.
together,
Kenya's
which is just
definitely
again like
jealous.
shaming and like exactly jealous, and so that's why she's trying to come for them. Um, but I mean, what did she say? What type of person has fun with friends, then tries to make them feel bad about it? Like I think that's like sums it up.
There
That's
you
what Porsha
go.
said. Like it's summed up, done. Like
Yeah,
they're
Portia
not your
wasn't
sorry, go
having
ahead.
anything to
Yeah.
do with them at this dinner. She was sitting in their corner and she even like made this kind of like offhanded comment, I think, to Tanya next to her and
Mhm.
was like, oh, just wait. She's setting it up. She's gonna say what she's gonna say, and I'm just gonna sit here. It's gonna happen. Like Portia knew the game Kenya was playing this entire
Yeah.
dinner and wasn't giving it to her. And I was like, good for you, Portia. You were not
And
giving her any attention.
it's consistently it's what Kenya does. Like she just tries to shame people, but then she'll like flip around and make herself the victim if people try to come back at her. Like that's how
Yep.
I've always felt Kenya plays.
Totally. I mean, because she ended this dinner by saying, like, like the reason I'm like kind of doing this is like it just went a little bit too far. Like the girls were being loud. And if someone was having sex in this house, I've brought my daughter.
Which
They shouldn't
pause
be
on
doing
that. You
this.
shouldn't have brought your daughter in the first
There
place
you
to a crazy
go.
girls trip and say we should do the dungeon and completely agree with Candy.
There you go.
Candy pitched the idea. She should have said, I brought my kid and we're just not gonna do that. Like on here, like we'll do it another time when I maybe can find a place for Brooklyn or do it without me.
1,000%. But didn't Kenya say that she had Brooklyn in the house next door? Why was
Uh
Brooklyn in the house?
no, Fallon was wait, so I just thought about did Fallon disappear on this trip?
Oh, God, did
What
she?
happened to Fallon? Sorry, she was staying
Oh
next
my
door.
God, SOS. Where the hell did Fallon
Like, has
go?
anyone thought about where Fallon is? That like just came into my brain. But no,
Yikes.
I
No,
think that
but
she was in the house.
we need to go back on this because I really think Kenya said that she put the nanny in Brooklyn up in a like a place next door or something.
I feel like I don't know, that might be right. We'll definitely look into
I have to
that.
look back because I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's still annoying because
Right.
like this is a girls' trip. You shouldn't really have your daughter there. And if you do
Exactly.
have your daughter there and they go wild, that's on you, not on them.
Exactly, and that's on you if like you feel uncomfortable with that going on in the house that you're in to like
Mm-hmm.
get her out. Also, I think Candy said something at one point, and she was like, "If you would have just stayed upstairs in your bedroom and been sleeping or whatever, you wouldn't have known any of it happened anyways." So like, really don't.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me major Heather Thompson vibes when they went on that trip in New York. Whenever the girls brought like some guys back, were they St.
That
Thomas or like
was
somewhere?
yeah, that was the pirate night. No, that
No, was
wasn't
it the
pirate.
pirate
Sorry,
night?
separate guy. That
That
was
was
the
like when they brought back like two older guys, like the bar
uncool and
owners.
you're cool, uncool thing.
Exactly, whenever Luann brought a guy back and hung out, and, like, he slept
Mhm.
in another room, and, like, that was always to me, like, I was like, "She was so overreacted on that," which is the same thing Kenya's done with this. But,
Mhm.
Tanya also kind of might have outed herself. She made the comment of, "I did stay in Portia's bedroom, so if you're trying to accuse Portia
Just
of being loud and hooking up with someone, I was there the whole time." And they also
I
commented that they heard 2 voices anyways, so Tanya kinda
yeah, I feel like I don't know if they maybe cut her line or she just didn't finish her thought because I was thinking she was gonna be like, no, it wasn't. it couldn't have been me and Porsha because I stayed with Porsha and we went to bed at this time and we watched a movie and watched like something that like made sense why she was in her room. And so she's like,
Yeah.
I was there, and everyone's like, oh, well, that's funny because they're saying it was 2 people.
Everyone was like, ding, ding, ding. Okay, this is the easiest
Like,
mystery ever.
yikes.
You would be a
Yeah.
terrible criminal.
Yeah, I was like, Tana, you did no one any good by doing that. But again, Portia didn't care. She's like, I'm not doing this, and like leaves.
Yeah, she stood up and walked out. And I was like, good for you. I like that she's not engaging with it. But
Me
it
too.
does make it a little fishier that she doesn't engage with it because I think that she would be more defensive if it hadn't happened. Like, I think she kind of just like wants it
Yeah.
to die down more.
It's kind of funny though, because like Portia is single. Portia
Yeah.
can do whatever she wants. So I think that's also why Portia's not making it a big deal. If she did it, it's because
Yeah.
she's like, I don't need to entertain this. I'll go tell Shamia, I'll go tell my real friends,
Yeah.
like, I fucked a stripper if she
Yeah.
did. I'm not gonna give Kenya this little bite that she can use
Like
against
the
me.
cloud about it.
Like that's
Yeah.
the thing is, it's like I feel like Cynthia even made a comment, I think this episode, and was like, oh well, like if Portia did do it, she should just come clean and like blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't think it's about coming clean, it's about coming clean to Kenya.
Yeah. Because she's not her friend. Like, you're
No.
not, like you said,
And Kenya
she's not her
uses
real
these
friend.
things against you for years to come. So I wouldn't give her the little
Anything.
piece either.
No,
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Kenya likes to show up with props to reunions. Like I think it's
Mhm.
been banned now, but I could have seen her showing up with a replica dildo of Bolo's penis and just trying to wave it around in people's faces just to prove her point even harder. Like,
Windmilling it like he did for them.
yes. Oh, windshielding too.
Oh, windshielding. I think that's what it
I
was.
mean, that's the next scene that we get into. It's whenever all the ladies are
Hmm.
telling their men, and I just always feel like Mike Hill is trying no matter what. And I feel like I'm kind of alone on this. Like I always feel like he's trying to get on TV.
It's funny, you're not alone because I am on your side. I said it
Really?
last night when we were watching. I said it to Joe. I was like, there's just something off about him. He's
Yes.
nice. He seems like really sweet to Cynthia, but how he was like overly being so cool, I was like, this is too
Or
weird.
like getting up and trying to like dance on her and reenact it. Like he got
Yeah.
out and he was like doing like, oh, he was windchilling it like this, like with a
Yeah.
water bottle, like dancing up on her. The whole thing was just so awkward.
I'm
I was like,
suspicious, so I back you on that. Like
okay.
1000% think there's something there that's off.
Yeah. Like that's what and like I thought even when the whole thing was happening when they were talking about their wedding when they were going to get married and it was going to get delayed or whatever and he was like I just want to marry you like right now here wherever let's just do it now. And everyone online was like well I guess not everyone. I'm sure there were some doubters too on Twitter were like why is he so desperate to just like rush it? They haven't really been together that long. Like if they need to wait for their dream wedding for a year, let's wait. And he was like I'm not waiting blah blah blah. I was like that to me was fishy enough.
And hasn't he been like divorced 4 times or something?
I think you told me about like I know he's mentioned his book before, but didn't he like write a load of stuff in his book about like all the affairs he's had and all like
Yeah,
the women
because
he slept with?
that was why, like a throwback to like his first season, I get maybe last season, whenever
Yeah,
she
what?
was, yeah, sorry, she was staying, Cynthia was staying in LA, and he had all these people over, and he was like talking about all his divorces, and his daughter ran upstairs and like started crying. She's like, I don't want to
That's
listen to this.
right. Oh my god, I
Yeah, it's
completely
so
forgot about that.
weird, and I don't understand
And the fact that like he's
it.
also like a sports like like he's attractive obviously. Like he's a
Yeah, and
good-looking
he seems
guy.
nice and like fun.
And he like wants to be on TV though. Like like as a broadcaster,
Hmm.
he's already on TV. So I feel like any time else to like get on TV, like he takes full advantage of wanting to be on TV. He's not one of the
Yeah.
husbands. He is no what's the guy's David that Dolores is dating who runs from the camera. He's the
Yeah,
opposite.
exactly.
He like runs to the camera anytime it's on. But I just
Uh,
love the ladies telling their men, and I actually felt like Ralph with Drew handled it way better than I thought he was going to handle it.
he did. I was like kind of just shocked that she just came out and said it because I thought she'd be a little bit more like, I don't know, I don't want to tell him.
Like
But I
coy.
also respected because she's like, I'm gonna be super transparent, and he still didn't
So
tell her
much
about Tampa.
respect. That's what like I feel like she has
That's
let this
insane.
Tampa stuff go way too fast. Like I know she brings it up
Yes.
whenever they get in a fight, but like that is all that I would be talking about like from the second he got back. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Like I
understand
wouldn't talk to
how
him
does he get
until
away
he
with it?
told me what
Well,
went
she even
on.
said, "What hotel did you stay in?" Like I'm pretty sure that if you had gone on a trip a couple months ago, like you could tell me what hotel you'd stayed at. Like I
Yeah.
know what hotel I stay in. He like could
Mhm.
even make one up.
Mm-mm.
Like if he was smarter, he would
He's
be like, "Oh, the
lying.
Marriott."
Yeah, he's
Like,
lying about
like
something, like for sure. Um, and I did think it was weird because you could see he was like a little annoyed about the stripper, and then he started to like gaslight her a little bit by saying like, "Oh well, you can't start flipping it on me and ask me about Tampa." And I'm like, actually, she can.
Actually, she
Like,
should have been doing it a lot more
yeah,
over the past weeks, months, whatever.
and legit, everything she told him was played out on camera. So now that he's
Mhm.
watched it back, he has to be like, "Oh well, she is telling the truth."
She's definitely, I mean,
Um,
do you think that he cheated on her in Tampa? Like, what if you had to guess, do you think that he was there with another woman?
if I had to guess with all the facts we have now, yes.
Yeah, and I think that she's kind of in the same boat. I think she's like, I don't know, and that's like so sad because Drew's really sweet.
Well, because I even was listening to her. She had an interview with Danny Pellegrino on his podcast,
Uh huh.
and she was talking about that. He asked, like, Danny asked, like, "Hey, did you ever find out what happened in Tampa?" And she kind of was like, no, not like, pretty much saying like, no, or at least I'm not going to tell you.
It's almost like she's the type
So
of person it's like you don't want to know. Like it's just better not knowing
I think
exactly what
she's,
went down.
I think she's decided she'd rather just kind of push to the side, move into her new house, raise her kids, and let
Jeez.
it go, which is, you know what, her
Yeah.
choice, just not something I can relate to.
No.
But I did also like that Kenya, or not Kenya, Candies was talking to Don Juan, not her husband.
Yeah,
So
they're
they were
like
being
Todd's out of
shady.
town, so of
Yeah.
course she's gonna like kiki with Don Juan
Hmm.
about it. And I
And
mean, Don had some good lines.
he
Like,
did. That's
let's
what I was
be
saying. I was like, I like them because they were kind of funny and like being funny about it. And it just reminds me, like, I feel like Don Juan does so much shit for Candy. And he is the
oh,
GM of like her company. So like
he earns every
he
dollar she pays
earns it.
him.
And I was like, I said that. I was like, he better be making a lot of money. And I believe that he does because I know
Yeah,
Candy takes care of her people, especially if they're
for
hard
sure.
workers. So I
For
was like, I
sure.
just like things. I was like, oh, Don Juan, you're getting a
Whatever it
little
is,
sane.
he was joking about like the little like things that like Porsha did with Bolo potentially. And I think one of the ones that he said he was like, "Oh, she should start her own, or he could start his own OnlyFans." It's like Porsha or Bolo knows Porsha for real because
For
her
real.
Instagram name is Porsha for real.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god,
That was
I
so good.
can't, I can't." But
And then
talking
speaking
about
of brands or starting their own lines, we go over to Kenya doing a photo shoot, and she's over here saying like, I'm just like, an entrepreneur. I'm this like
yeah,
powerful businesswoman with Kenya More Hair Care, and I truly want to know who has bought Kenya More Hair Care, and if you have, and you're listening right now, or know someone that has. Please reach out to us. I want to know.
I would
I
like a
want to know what the
review.
product is, and I want to review. Last
Yes.
time we saw it, in action, it was water, because didn't Shamia drink it?
Yes, it was. It was water and Shamia drank it out.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
So
happened.
I need to know because she talks about it so much, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I never hear of it besides when she says it on the show,
right. Well, the photo shoot was for like she was gonna be on the cover of a magazine for like
which is great.
entrepreneurial women, like entrepreneurial women of color. And I was like, well, I mean, maybe her hair care line is taken off. I don't know.
It
I
might
like I
be.
say,
I just
I'd
need
be
to
curious.
know. I just need to know if someone's bought it. Like, I need a
I would
review.
I would totally love to know too. But it was funny that Latoya visited her, and I feel like that was like a big freaking scene. Kenya admitted that she had a crush on Latoya, but did you think it was like a friendship crush? Because to me, it sounded a little bit more like I
I mean,
don't
she
know.
definitely meant it as like a crush, I think.
Right.
But I don't know if that's Kenyan just trying to be like the cool girl because everyone's kind of having this sexual freedom season, I would say. So this is
Yeah.
Kenya trying to get herself in there too, like, oh, I'm also one of the girls that like is free and open with
Well,
my
you don't get to slut
sexuality.
shame and then try to have that
That's
moment. Like
see, and that's
that's
my thing. It's like you're over here like saying like Portia's trying to like get some with some girls and making
yeah.
out with like Toya and doing all this stuff and slut shaming essentially. And
Yes.
then you're gonna be like, well, you know what? I wanted you, and that's why I'm sad because my biggest crush on you. And it's like I'm so open, and this is what
Yes.
made me sad. I'm like, okay, you're clearly not that open because you're shaming everybody for being
Exactly.
open.
No, 100%. It makes
But it was
absolutely zero
shocking.
sense.
I was
Well, the
shocked you just said
other
that.
and what was the other shocking moment there? I mean, did I hear this correctly? That Latoya said Portia came on her?
Okay,
Did you
those
not hear that?
okay, yes, those were the words I heard, but I didn't know. Sorry, I closed my eyes because I was just like thinking. But those are the words I heard, but I was wondering if she meant like she came on to me, like she hit on me, so that's why I made out with her.
But then it's just the way she said it, and
Oh,
like
she said
maybe it was
came on
like
me for sure.
shady editing though, and then she was like, and then I ran and threw up. Like I was like,
Oh, what?
yes, did you not hear
I
that?
didn't think of the throwing up part.
Yes, she was like, Porsha came on me, and then I ran and threw up, and I was like, I like had like walked into the
Okay,
kitchen to grab a
I
drink,
can't.
and like I ran back to the TV, and I literally was like, what just
That's when you need to put
happened?
on your closed captioning and see what the TV tells you it
I mean, I
says.
watch my TV with closed captioning all the time, so I rolled it back, and I swear that's what I read.
I mean, I
So
heard the first part, but I did not hear the throwing up part. Maybe because I was like so confused of like Portia coming on her. But
I
like,
I
hey,
mean, we need some clarity there. Like, I hope that whenever Andy like does like the reach out to me, or if this doesn't get addressed for the rest of the season, but when Andy tweets and is like, you know, like tweet me your questions for the reunion, I definitely want to tweet that in and be like, wait, was this the way that it happened, and did we hear slash see slash get this correct?
yeah, like I need to know the
Yes,
facts.
that was the I was like, oh, okay, like the crush, like that's a shocking part, but that I was like,
You're like, and
oh,
that just takes it to a whole nother level.
literally. But
But
then
they
Drew,
make up, so that was
they do
the
make up, and of course, whatever. I think she's probably gonna stay loyal to
yeah.
Kenya. We'll see how that goes. But Drew goes to Portia's house, and like they're like obviously like it's like kind of just like a boring conversation they're
But I
talking
enjoyed
about.
the scene. I thought they had some good chemistry and I
Yes,
thought they were fun. And I was like, this is a friendship that's gonna really get going. It could be a really fun friendship to watch.
that's what was so good about it, because it's like the conversation itself like could have been such a boring subject matter,
Hmm.
because Portia was just like, you know, like Kenya needs to mind her business, like blah blah blah. But just the way like Ralph calls Drew when she's sitting there and he's like, are you almost back from the store? It was so funny to me that she was supposed to just like be at the store and coming
Yeah.
back home. And
Yeah,
she's like, oops.
she's
Like
like,
the whole
I made a
thing.
stop and I'm heading home
Yes.
now, but
Yes.
she's
She
over there
was
like dancing with her mimosa.
mimosas and muffins, like even microwaved them,
Yeah.
microwaved them for her, like the whole thing. No, I think they'll be a great like alliance
Hmm.
friendship to
Yeah, I
watch.
thought that was fun. It just had a good energy, and I was like, "Oh, okay, wake me up for a second because I needed
Yes.
it."
And the only thing that really came out of it like newsworthy was that like Portia and Dennis are kind of in a weird limbo spot
Hmm.
that you can tell like, and I think that's why she feels guilty if something did happen with Bolo, because I don't think they were fully not together, but they definitely weren't together, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
but she made like a really valid point. So she's like, obviously Dennis cheated on her.
Hmm.
Like that was the breakdown of the relationship. And
Hmm.
she said, she's like, well, whenever I came back to him, I always wanted him to be in the doghouse. And I
Hmm.
always wanted him to like feel the pain that he put me through. And that's a thing where I don't get. I mean, I've never been in this situation, but it's like I don't get how you can go back to a relationship with cheating if it wasn't an open marriage or it wasn't discussed before and
Right.
truly like a trust break cheating situation,
Right.
because how do you ever forget and how do you ever not want to make them feel like they're the asshole because they are the asshole.
And not that it like makes it any worse, like because obviously cheating and stuff is terrible, but it's almost worse. It's like right after she had a baby with him,
Yeah,
or like whenever she
I
was
think it
pregnant.
does make it worse because she's in a
Yeah,
vulnerable state. She's
exactly.
like birthing your child. She's going through
Your
so
child.
much like stuff, and you're just like, oh, peace out. I'm gonna go do what I want. Like, no, I think it's
Exactly.
extra fucked up when it's around a pregnancy or soon after.
I
No matter
completely
what,
agree.
it's fucked up, but extra fucked up.
I completely agree with that.
Oh, you completely
I
okay.
really did pause there.
You
I was like
did.
kind of cracking my knuckle, and then I like froze and I was like, oh God, I'm gonna get called out for this. I know I am.
She's not come on the brain, okay?
All right, I have to go bye. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you roll out to the kitchen again. You're like, I gotta go, peace
I'm
out.
like, I gotta go. But
But
I
the last thing I
oh
took out of that
no.
scene was I think Portia was playing it right. She said she's not gonna give Kenya anything, and she's gonna
Mhm.
continue not to give Kenya anything because that will make Kenya like freak out more than it would if she gave her something.
Yes, 100%. And then there was like a few cute scenes like with like the kids and stuff, like, you know,
Hmm.
like Candy with Ace and Blaze, and you know, that was all fun and cute, but we've got to get to this last scene because I'm just dying to talk about the cringe factor. Like the
I
cringe meter was at like 3,000 when Kenya met with her lawyer.
I I say I screamed a lot, Cassie. I screamed and I paused the
Literally.
TV and literally like threw my hand. You know what moms do whenever you're in the front seat and they like slam on the
Yes,
brakes and they
yes,
hit you
yes,
in the
yes.
chest? That's what I did to Joe.
You
Because
had
I
to
was
protect
I
him.
I did. I was like, did you just see that? And are you okay?
It almost did not feel real, parts of it. Like, the fact that she was like, like, she came in like, a positive mood.
Yeah,
She's like,
walk us through it because it is a breakdown of a breakdown. It is wild.
I mean, I felt like I stopped taking notes at one point, and then I, like, was trying to, like, write everything down that I had just processed. I mean,
Mhm.
she came in to meet with her lawyer. She thought it was just, like, standard. She'd been trying to file for not divorce, for full custody
Custody,
of
yeah.
Brooklyn. And I guess that Mark was not happy to be receiving this, so he'd kind of been dodging it. But then she got to talking about, like, he's been so sweet to me lately. Like, he's been sending me like love songs, like, that are all like, I want you back, and all
All his
these like
playlists are about like songs with women
playlists.
that are like, I'm in love and it's all about you and it's all I listen to.
Yes. And the lawyer literally went, ah! He laughed.
I, I, I it's so much funny after the fact because you don't realize it yet what he's
Yes.
laughing at.
I
And
was
it's
like, why are you
insane that he laughed
cackling,
at her.
sir?
It's
Yes.
insane more when you find out why
The
that he
reason
laughed at her.
Because he's like, "Well, he has been playing you basically for a fool because
Mhm.
he filed for divorce from you." And then it was like, "Dun, dun, dun, dun." Like, I cannot believe that that's what had happened.
I feel like he presented it almost even a little bit better because he didn't even say it. He was like, "Well, I got this from Mark," and he laid the papers in front of her, and she just flipped. She's like,
No,
Is
don't
he
say it.
divorcing me?" And
Ugh.
he was like, "Yes, that
Oh my
he is,"
god, the
and
cringe.
asking for alimony.
Which, not even asking for custody of their
No,
daughter, which you think would be like, and I get like, maybe he was trying to be like, no, he wasn't trying to be respectful. Let's be honest. The lawyer said
no,
he is being petty. He's pissed off because you're trying to serve him custody.
yeah,
But it doesn't matter because it's all irrelevant. They have to file in Georgia.
yeah.
Like,
So
so it's
he did
relevant
it.
anyways.
He totally did kind of what you're saying, where it's like he knew something was coming from Kenya. So he
Yep.
just did something really quickly to get at her, and he was
Yep.
buying some time by being sweet to her. It is an assholey of the assholest ways of fucked up, and
I
it's
mean, are we surprised though
insane.
after the
Not at all.
times
Not
we've
surprised.
seen Mark
No.
on the show?
Mm-mm. I from the very second that she was in the relationship with him and said he wouldn't come on camera and barely supported her, and they got this random marriage, and then they had that charity. I was like, he is the worst person. Like
He's
he's
an
such an opportunist,
complete
and not even a good
asshole.
opportunist because he was never even nice to her.
Yeah. No, it's
Like
and I
she
felt
just
like
wanted a baby.
sometimes, well, she totally just wanted a baby, but I do feel like it's not just the situation of she only wanted a baby. Like Portia, she wanted a baby and she still wanted, like a relationship with Dennis, but
Hmm.
she wasn't going to put up with anything. Like Kenya was like, I want the family, and like I'm going to try to put up with these things from Mark, because I think
That's
that if
true.
he hadn't been such a dick on camera all the time, that she probably would have privately tried to make it work more.
And I think
But
she,
it's
I
been so
mean,
bad.
she was even kind of saying it. She's like, if he like wants to reconcile and I have to think about that now, she still would have done it.
She was giggly with, like, the love song, and she
Yes.
was like, it was almost like a schoolgirl, like, "Oh, he's, like, trying to get me back," and the lawyer was like, "No, ma'am,
That was
that's not what's
seriously one of
happening."
the most insane things I've seen on the show. And that's saying
Yes.
a lot, but I just was not expecting that. Like, obviously, like, yes, they were going to get divorced. Like, that was going to happen. But the setup and the come down were
I
just
mean,
so
you talked
crazy.
about roller coasters at the beginning before we
There you
started
go.
talking. I mean, that was just like, "Oh my god, this is, like, weird. Oh, she's so happy. Oh my god, death drop." Like, this
What?
is
That
like
guy
a
laughing?
whole another oh my god, when the lawyer laughed, I honestly cackled too. I was like, "Ah, oh my
Oh,
god." And
so
I mean, he had
good.
a really poignant line at the end, and he said the way he's handling this is so bad. I imagine that this divorce battle is going to be a knockdown drag out, which in my mind means it's going to be very expensive.
And Chelsea just said, okay, let me know.
Yeah.
I was
It's like,
like,
all right, we'll deal with this. Take the paper. I
all
guess
right.
deal with it. Do what you got to do.
Oof, that was
I mean,
a hell of an ending, I have to say.
what an ending it was.
Did you watch the mid-season trailer?
Yes.
Oh,
What did you think?
I I broke it down. I was like, Halloween, can't wait to see it because we didn't do anything this year for Halloween because of
Oh
COVID.
yeah, of
So I'm
course.
excited to see some Halloween parties. I'm excited to see New Orleans because we love New Orleans. I want to
New
be there.
Orleans trip. I cannot wait for this.
Exact. And Halloween, like
Yes.
amazing. Don't really care about Cynthia's wedding. Candy pregnant, we already knew, but it was funny how she presented it. She was just like, I never thought I was gonna be here. And it's just her like with a
Wait,
baby.
what? Isn't it for a show?
No.
She doesn't have another. Did they have another baby?
Oh shit, was it fake?
Yeah, I think it's her show.
Oh, I they
I'm
have a
like, Candy's
little.
not.
Oh, you're right, because they have a
Yeah.
little baby, but that's like Hey,
Breaking news, Chase has declared Kandi to be actually pregnant again.
heard it here first,
So,
guys.
I think it's gonna be for a role or for a movie or something.
Well, you know what? Kandi
Chase
got a
is
new
so
role.
disappointed. Did y'all
Kandi
see
got
the
a new
heartbreak?
role.
He
Kandi got
thought
a
we
new
were
role.
having another little baby, another little Burris Tucker baby. No.
Okay, well, you know what? Moving on. Stripper rumor comes out.
Back at it.
Stripper rumor comes out. Great. Can't wait for that. Kenya and Drew go to dinner. Kenya is a bitch. Not surprising. Looking forward to that. Porsha yells at Kenya and Marlo. Looking forward to that.
I am loving this breakdown. Like you
Drew
didn't even
yells at
need me.
Latoya. Looking forward to that. You know what? Drew says to Latoya, "You wouldn't be looking for God." Oh, wait, you wouldn't be.
This is a
You
lie.
weren't looking for God. You were looking for some dick. And
Pastor Holy Whore, drop the mic.
drop that Bible. What are you talking about?
Drop it. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Hallelujah. Mary Cosby and scene. That was really impressive. That was like a nice little rundown of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
trailer.
I was excited. That trailer looks good. We have a lot more coming for us this season.
I'm ready.
Looking forward to it.
Atlanta is delivering this season, and I cannot wait for next week.
That was a good one, Cassidy.
Well,
Felt great.
It was fun chatting with
Yeah.
you.
It was
I
fun.
hope
That
you
game wasn't
enjoyed.
fun. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. It was great seeing you. Great talking to you.
Minus the game.
Minus the game, but we are gonna have that food game coming out soon because
I'm like, get my pen out. I'm ready to work on it now because I need you to redeem yourself for this.
That was a funny idea, and a food one seems like it could be such a deep cut version of our games, and we always want that. Why not?
100%. Let's be honest, it's just going to be like the Beverly Hills ladies ordering like a dry piece of fish with no sauce, no butter, no carb. That's it. That's like, I can't even do meals from Beverly Hills, let's be honest.
No, they don't eat there.
They don't.
Oh, well, on that note.
Cheers. See you guys.
Cheers to that. Time. Stay warm, Cassidy.
Woo.
Bye.